So you said that your long black hair is an homage to Cher. Mm-hmm. When did the hair become signature?
At birth.
Really?
Yeah, it's natural.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah, only because you're black.
Oh my gosh, like Jimmy Fallon. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. Now let me touch yours.
Okay.
Totally different feeling.
Oh, you want to play?
Ooh wee. Did y'all see the shade? First of all, kudos to Roach. In case you don't know who he is, he uses the pronouns she, her, full disclaimer. Roach is a very famous celebrity fashion stylist. He's done work with Celine Dion, Ariana Grande, and he has a very long partnership with Zendaya. I think that's how you say her name, or Zendaya. She's an actress. She played on a lot of hit HBO shows, like Euphoria. I don't know the other shows that she played on, and a couple of movies as well. But hunty, let me tell you, Law ate her up. And I'm glad he did it, because I'm just like, she was being a petty Betty, because she's going to say, something stupid about his hair. I forgot what she said, but I'm just like, you started it. You played first. So who's the one who's really playing on the talk show? You're the host, right? You got the cue cards. You have a set amount of questions you're supposed to ask your guest. But yet, you're trying to poke fun at this man's hair weave. But you're wearing the same shit. This is what I don't understand. How are you going to poke the bear, but then get in your feelings talking about, oh, that's how we're going to play? Yeah, because you did it first. You started it first. End of story. I don't know much about the host of this talk show, podcast, whatever. I think it's on some network or podcast called Ziwe. I don't know if that's that lady's name or if that's her show. Don't care. Don't follow it. But I'm just like, you can't sit up here and expect somebody like Roach to sit here and not throw shade right back at you when you started it. He said at birth, when she was asking about the hair, he was being funny. He was being sarcastic. We all know it's a hair weave. We're not slow, okay? There are men and women who wear hair weaves all the time, whether they're black, and be surprisingly, whether they're white. Yes, a lot of white people wear hair extensions. You'd be surprised. Half the time you may not even know, because it looks natural. Now, I did a little digging, did a little research on Roach, because I don't know much about him. All I know is that he's an internet personality / fashion stylist. That's all I know. So when I did a little Google research, it said that he is best known as the fashion architect of Hollywood. He was a television host on reality series such as Project Runway. It's a very popular modeling series. Kind of like America's Next Top Model, and some other, reality series. I can't name them all. All I know is that, honey, he is the T, and he knows what he's doing, obviously. And it sounds like sister that was sitting in the host seat was a little jealous. Sounds like she was a little hater. I felt she was being very salty and sarcastic at the same time when she was talking about his hair. I didn't see the whole interview clip, but this very specific piece of the interview went very viral, by the way. I'm just like, but who are you though? Don't nobody even know who you are. But you have the nerve to poke fun at somebody like Roach, who has literally built careers for other people, built partnerships. What have you done besides sit on somebody's couch on a podcast and talk shit about other people and gossip? What have you done? That's what I need to know. Does anybody know who that lady is? The host, because I sure as hell don't know who she is. I feel like I've seen her face before. She has like one of the familiar faces, but I don't know who she is. I don't even know what she's known for. All I know is you're just some gossip hack on a podcast, trying to poke fun at a very famous celebrity stylist who's actually worked with a lot of very big names. And in case you're wondering, no, Lal Roach did not have a silver spoon in his mouth the whole time. He actually worked very hard to where he had to get. According to his bio that I saw on Google, he grew up on the south side of Chicago before he got into the fashion industry. So yeah, he lived a very rough life. So for all the people and all the naysayers that think that he had a silver spoon his whole entire time because of the people and the spaces he's been in, it's not true. He actually had to work his way up and make a name for himself. Yeah, it's kind of like he kind of reminds me of that guy who also dresses in hair weaves and women's clothing. What is his name? Damn it, I can't think of his name, but he was a guy that also went viral recently for his, he had an interview in a reality series about the next top model. He was working with Tyra Banks, real dark-skinned dude. I can't think of his name right now, but he actually took sick after the show ended. And I think he fell into like a coma or something. He had a stroke. He was really, really sick. And I felt bad for that guy because Tyra Banks never visited him in the hospital, but yet he was the one who literally worked her way up. Like, if it wasn't for him, Tyra Banks would not be the person who she is today. Like, he's been working with Tyra Banks since she was the age of 16 in the modeling industry. I just can't think of his name right now, but if y'all know his name, y'all drop it in the comments. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, what I don't get is how other people try to put down these celebrity stylists or these celebrity, influencers, personalities, whatever you want to call them, TV personalities. They be the main ones behind the scenes doing all the dirty work. They literally pick up the pieces behind that very famous person that you see all the time on TV. And they're the main ones that are responsible for them. For example, Lal Roach. Remember when I said that he had a long-standing partnership with Zendaya? Well, I did a little background research on that too. He apparently designed half of her dresses that she wears on the red carpet. That's a big deal. People are laughing at this man, but he's laughing all the way to the bank, making millions of dollars and making partnerships with some very big household names in Hollywood. So I'm just like, y'all can laugh at him all he want, but he not worried. He's getting paid. He's getting sponsorships. He's getting deals. I'm pretty sure he's got a portfolio worth millions of dollars with all the people he's worked with. And for the record, let me just say this one thing. Half of these celebrities, quote unquote, that are in Hollywood are broke. You know what they have to do for money? They gotta beg for a sponsorship deal. They gotta rub elbows with the richy rich, the wealthy people who actually have money to make a name for themselves. And a lot of them are still living out of their cars, trying to make a name for themselves. Like the people you see on Netflix, for example, or the people you see on Hulu, they don't have money. They're broke. That one guy said on TikTok, it was some white guy. I forgot what TV show he was on Netflix. I want to say it was Bridgerton. Very popular show, on Netflix. He even said he was broke. He admitted it. He said, I drive a Honda Civic. I don't have money. I just happened to do a few episodes. That was it. And I did like one red carpet screening. Now I'll tell you who got money. You wondering who got the money. Zendaya, Ariana Grande, of course, but she also did music. She wasn't just a TV personality. But people like Michael B. Jordan, the top A-list celebrities, yes, they have money. Why? Because they're very well known in the industry. They've been in it for a very long time. It didn't just happen overnight. He didn't just get famous overnight and get millions of dollars overnight. He took time. You have to remember, people like Michael B. Jordan, came from the trenches. Apparently he grew up in Jersey, projects. His mother is single mom. Don't know the whole story with his father, but he does have a good relationship with his father because he came to the Academy Awards show when he got his first Oscar. And looking back at all the stuff, all the adversity he faced, he really worked his way up into the Hollywood, mainstream. Like, he went from being a teenage kid on that drama series called The Wire on HBO to working on Young and the Restless, soap operas, daytime television. That's big for a kid. And you got to remember, he was still a teenager. He wasn't, who he is now that you see. The Academy Award winner, Michael B. Jordan. Before he became the Academy Award winner, he was in the trenches too. So that's why I try to tell people in school, I'm like, don't think that everybody you see was handed a silver platter. In reality, they really had to work their way up. So again, going back to the drawing board, who is this lady that's trying to poke fun at Law Roach? I need to know her credentials, because who are you? Who are you to sit up here and talk and make fun of somebody else's hair weave when you're wearing the same exact thing? But anyway, I'm done. I'm over it. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments below. I thought this was so funny to share.